What's up, guys? We're at my house now, if you can't tell, and today I'm gonna do a vlog on the Camaro. I'm gonna walk around my house a little bit first, but like, I can't change the camera, obviously. Fuck. Alright, I had to change the camera. But anyway, these guys are building the friggin' house. I mean, there was a house here, they knocked it down a while ago, but like, it's like 20 degrees out. I am glad I'm done with my trade days. That was not fun. So I'll give you a quick walk through my house. It's my, like, desolate room, so I'm never here anymore. So we're a little bit more south in southern Connecticut now. So it's a little bit warmer than it is up in West Cornwall. It's up there, I think it's like 2 or 1 degree out, and here it's like 20. So we're doing a little bit better. What's up, Fancy Doge? What are you barking at? What are you barking at, little Fancy Doge? It's not Christmas anymore. You're late to the season. She's just cold, so that's why she's wearing that. So yeah, it's 20 degrees out. Just like I said, it's freaking cold. And I certainly don't want to be out there doing anything today. Right, little Doge? Always up in my business. Anyway. So here is the garage. Oh, shit. You probably remember this from when we threw the long tube headers on this guy. We did an episode about that a while ago. It was right here in this spot. So, here she is. For you, those of you who are new to this channel or new to Hatter Garage and haven't even seen this car ever, because it hasn't been on in a while, this is my 2011 Camaro SS. It's auto, so already start the hate, but I like it. It's great for. This is actually like my first car I bought myself, so it was a daily, but not anymore because it gets horrible gas mileage now because of this badge I threw on here. But anyway, I'll start going over. Let's take an interior tour first. So I haven't started this thing or cleaned it in a while. So I don't really plan on doing that today because it's so freaking cold out, and the supercharger is actually not supposed to run under 25 degrees Fahrenheit because it'll just damage itself with the fluid in it for lubrication. So what you get in the nice 2 SSRS package is the fancy leather seating, SS stitching on the headrests. Like everything's leather, so it's really nice. Even like the original shift boot was leather, but I didn't really like it. It kind of looks stupid, so I got some nice rice for my auto life. Interior mods I've done. This I should have showed you in my room earlier, but this car originally did not come with the MyLink. This is the MyLink one. But it came with just like the regular radio, which is really boring, doesn't have a screen. Just has like the regular blue LCD 2 lines of text. I mean, it wasn't a bad radio, it still did. It didn't have navigation, obviously. You could, through like OnStar, send nav to the car and it would just turn by turn, but it was kind of shitty. So I sprung for, who is it? I think Gen 5 DIY makes a retrofit kit for the MyLink. This is out of a 2013, but it retrofits perfectly. Like, it's fully integrated. The nav works throughout the whole car, through up the dash, through the HUD, which you don't see right now. I had the stupid rice footlights for like $10. Chevy actually offers a whole kit like from the factory for that, plus the cup holder for, you know, an extra like $5 grand or something stupid. Other interior mods, what else I've done? So when I put this in, like, I had to put the backup camera, like I installed a backup camera too, like the factory one, but it was like a bitch to wire because it wasn't that bad. But anyway, and I also have this Whistler, don't remember the model number, but it's an integrated radar detector I installed. I like it, it works really good. If I can find my key, I'll show you. I have low tire pressure, because I'll show you why. But here's my integrated laser radar detector. And if you can see the HUD, anyway, here's the HUD. It shows your display. It'll show like your tack, your gear, and your speed. And you can change it up a little bit. And then I have another fancy thing I'm not even gonna touch about. You can see it like wired up under here. I apologize for that dinging, it's horrid. That's called a dash logic. What that does is when you plug it in, you can plug it in your computer first and program what you want it to do, and that plugs in your OBD2 port. I have just like an extension in here so I can hide it better, because otherwise the thing would be sticking like this far down and I hit it all the time with my foot. But what it does is it takes all the computer's data and displays it however you want, wherever you want. So I could show you, I'm sure in an earlier video you could find it, but like I have my boost displayed digitally up here when the car's running. So you can see where that is, because I didn't really want to throw a boost gauge anywhere on the dash here. I didn't really want to do a pillar gauge mount, because there's an airbag behind here and you don't want your gauge to become a projectile if you ever get in an accident, because it's only really got your face to go towards. So I'll open all the doors, pop the hood, and show you guys what's good. So in the trunk, we have two 10-inch kicker subs, and the amp is, this was actually the easiest like radio amp install I've ever done, because if you know anything about Camaro, it's the batteries in the trunk. And because this car is the 2SS RS package, it comes with all the nice cool shit. So it came with the Boston Acoustics premium sound package, which is pretty nice, but it lacked bass, which is why I added these. But the awesome thing, you can't really see it, but the factory amp is like right behind this trim panel. So to install this amp, the longest wire I had to run was the like remote knob to the dash, which I hid in the glove box, because if I can see it. Oh, it's right here anyway. You can't see it. It's right there, because I didn't want to look at it, because I hate shit like that. But that was the easiest amp install ever, because your battery is here and your amp's right there. Like, what else do you need? Nothing. So that was pretty good. These cars, if you didn't figure, don't come with a spare tire. They come with this cool goop kit, which expired last September. So that's nice. It's just like supposed to be that fix-a-flat crap, but the only thing I really use this to is because it's also a compressor as well as the goop sprayer. I just use that to like fill up my tires if they're low or something. Or if I go to the drags to check my tire pressure on those bad boys over there. So that's the back of the car and everything in the back. Now we're gonna look at the really cool part. And my hood, you saw me pull the lever, but it doesn't really seem to want to pop up. I just locked it again. Yeah, it didn't pop up whatsoever. That's a little annoying. I can like hear it stuck to the gasket. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, that was glued shut. And then the fun, where is it? There it is. Ah. Wow, it's dusty and dirty and shit in here. Well, that's disgusting. But anyway, there's the coolest thing to look at, because it's all chrome. So what we have here is the very, very, very boring, not even an LS3 engine. This is an L99. This was put in the automatic versions of the Camaros because it has active fuel management. That is, for those unsavvy, 4 of the cylinders on one side will shut off, making the engine run in 4-cylinder mode to save fuel economy or whatever. They added that for only this option of the auto car to avoid the gas guzzler tax when you bought this car brand new. But since I don't care, it was tuned out, so bad MPGs for me, 13 on highway, awesome. So here's my fancy Mishimoto catch cam I got from Rudnick. This obviously needs to be replaced because this line is garbage and flat. I need some more PVC hose. Throw on that. PCV, PVC, whatever. Anyway, so it's a Paxton supercharger. Paxton Vortec, whoever you want to call it. They're all like the same company. And I bought this kit from East Coast Supercharging. They sell you literally everything you need to make this a complete... Come on, focus. You can do it. There you go. They sell you everything to make this a complete bolt-on kit. Like this whole bracket they give you brackets to relocate your power steering and your alternator so that you can mount this whole bracket nonsense to your actual supercharger. So people are also going to probably shit their pants when they see this, because if you look at it from this side, oh, that's a turbo. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, that's right. The turbine part does the same thing, works the same way as a regular turbo would. Instead of a compressor housing, though, or an exhaust housing, whatever, it just has a belt and a pulley on it, which is attached to the crank pulley. You can see, like, this one back here is the stock crank pulley, and then this is another pulley that I drilled into the crank pulley, and it runs the supercharger just on its own belt system. And then we have the famous GM split AC belt. That's been going strong since like 50,000 miles. Actually, I replaced it and it split again. So they just split. And let's see, what do we got in the front of the car? Here is my radar eye detector. That's all you see on the outside of the car. So it's pretty stealth. I like it. Some jackass screwed this thing on to the front of the car when I bought it. And now I'm pained to take it off because it looks like trash on there with 2 holes. Here's a front camera I tried to install. It's installed, but you can't see it anywhere. The purpose behind that was for cool shots like hauling ass on the highway, obviously. And if you see this, you can take a second guess why I put that there. It's just like, you can ask anyone that owns a Camaro. I hope some people have judged it and driven their cars long enough to know not to hit the curb, but it's kind of hard to judge when you're in a low car and the hood's this long and you can't really see where the front of the car is. So I learned my lesson to back into most spots. So that's how that works. And, oh, sorry, intercooler. It's such a dink intercooler. Like, you could get one easily to fill the whole... I can't go any wider. The garage door's in the way. You could get an intercooler that would fill the whole front grille of this car, but this is the one they gave me. And I don't know if you can see it. There is a blow-off valve actually attached to this. It's mounted, or like, you're never gonna see it. It's in front of the radiator, but it's in there, and it's pretty loud. I like it. It hits mad boost. I'm running 15 pounds of boost on this. Via, not the pulley. The pulley setup stays the same. It's actually a restrictor plate that's inside the rubber part of this air filter, and that just restricts how much air can get pulled in, and therefore limits your boost. So my plan for this car eventually, since I'm pretty much maxed out with my current like stock bottom end and stock block, at 15 pounds. So what I'm gonna end up doing when I get a lot of money in hand is I'm gonna do an LS3 conversion on this, which means I'm gonna swap out the AFM heads and lifters because they like collapse, so they don't like fire or whatever. So they collapse, but you don't want those because they're not very strong. They'll bend very easily. So you got to replace those with like full LS3 lifters and heads. You also have to take the cam out, which is in there somewhere. So I have to take pretty much the whole car apart. I think it'd be pretty cool to pull the engine out. Hopefully, that's probably how I'll end up doing it. Yeah, that's how this works. It's pretty fun. It hits mad boost, mad auto, but it's fun as hell with tap shift. So the other upgrade is gonna get after I do the cam. I'm not really too savvy with cams or anything, but I need a blower cam made for this car, just because it'll like work better with that. I might see Gennady about that, or I might just order my own and figure it out from comp or whatever. But the plan after this is all nice and built and can handle a lot more power. My plan is to get the transmission built, which I have know nothing about that either, because auto. So I'm gonna have to find someone that'll do that. And then maybe I'll take the restrictor plate out, and that's my goal, to hit 30 pounds in this car. And maybe 1,000 horsepower, that'd be really cool. But for now, it's a street car at 535 wheel. So, it's good on the street, good fun. Haven't lost too many races with it. That's not good. Very unfortunate. I'm convinced that something was living in my engine bay and tore up the insulation off the firewall. I do find some shit. So I'm gonna investigate a little bit, and cause like every time I see that and the car's been indoors, like, that tells me something snuck in the hood. I get this fucking filter off. And this plus a hole, given that hole doesn't really go anywhere because it's just like against the wall into the airbox cavity, but it doesn't go through into the airbox. I'm gonna pop the cabin air filter box open to see what's in there. I hope I don't find anything. I hope it's long gone. While I'm doing this, maybe I'll talk about the exhaust, I guess. So I have these stainless power, which don't look stainless anymore. Long tube headers. They're pretty loud. I like the sound they make with the car. You get that real nice LS. That's so fucking loud! Sound is really nice. Let's see, dead animals? Not quite. So now it looks kind of like an LS. So that's kind of nice. Basically all I did was, so that's the exhaust. Has upgrade fuel injectors for super go fast and bad fuel economy. Really hoping I'll find anything in here. Like, where the hell could it have gone? As long as it didn't chew into here or my intercooler, I'm pretty sure it's not in the intake manifold. I'm gonna take my airbox apart now. All right, I got all the pop things out for the cabin airbox. I kind of hope I don't find anything living in here. God, that's gonna suck. Which they were not. I don't know. Someone decided it needed some insulation. Oh well. I have tons of fun in this car. Oh, there's another thing, the wheels. So I've had the stock wheels since I got the car. Believe it or not, a police officer in Stamford owned this car before me. I found a receipt for like a casino in one of the seat back pockets. So I Facebooked the guy's name, and he was sure enough a Stamford cop. So that was pretty funny. But I learned that cops do not know how to not curb a car, because when I got this car, pretty much every wheel has curb rash on it. I'll admit I did probably curb it like once or twice when I first got the car, but these wheels are destroyed. But maybe one day, if someone wants to sponsor me for 20-inch rims, have at it, and then I'll change them. The only other wheels I own for this car are my drag wheels. They're just like, these are 20 by 11s. And these are 315, 35, 20 Nittos. Where are they? NT05, I think. I don't really remember, but they're pretty good. These wheels are pretty nice. From Hurst, I like them. I pretty much picked what would look most factory, and that's what I ended up with. So maybe if I go back to E-Town anytime soon, I'll bring these with me. They're pretty good. They're still pretty brand new. I've only done 4 runs on them. They are DOT legal, so you can run them on the street if you want to. You just won't get very good traction in the wet. So that's the only thing you have to worry about with those. I think stock of these come with like a 9 or 10 in the back. I can't remember. But they're pretty wide. You'll catch grip on most things. I am going to need new tires because I found this little lovely Memento. Actually, I know I acquired that at the Haggard house. Because that was when my tire pressure monitor said that tire was low, and I just ignored it till I got home. And so this just keeps getting lower and lower, which is why there's wood under it. So when it finally hits the ground, the rim won't be on the floor. So I ripped my car apart a little bit for you. But that's how it is. That's where it will be. Until I get a bunch of money, it's going to stay exactly how it is. Still stock height, probably always will be. Because I don't even want to attempt suspension on this car. I mean, maybe eventually, but I'm sure that's another like $5,000. But that's pretty much all this baby has to it. Unless I would take it for a ride, but I'm not really going to. I have a dash cam up there too. I've been over that though. No, I haven't, but whatever.